bread maker. And when I make my bread, of course, I take this out first so I can put all the ingredients in them. I use the Betty Crocker. It's an older one. Betty Crocker's
Best bread machine cookbook.
This really makes a nice loaf of bread every time. I'm making a honey whole wheat bread. Just use a microwave. So the water is not. Just 1.5 cups water. Two teaspoons salt. One-third cup honey.
There's the flour. There you go. Keep that sticky stuff in there. Well, it's gonna be good bread if it can get honey in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you gotta go pick up the white flour out of the... No, it's right here. There it is, the white flour. Oh, that looks like backwards on this. Because it looks like open it the wrong side. Oops. That's gonna fill everything up. Oh, it isn't.
Here we go. See, it's kind of
Lock it in. Lock and load.
plug it in.
Plug it in. Everything comes to life. Loaf crust light is what it says. 3 hours and 24 minutes remaining. And you just say go, and that's it.
And then we'll have
It knew ahead of time?
Well, I've had it set at that before.
Oh, you preset it that. That's important information.
It holds on to it
I
until
mean-
next time.
Information is key. I don't want to leave people in the dark.
Keep an eye on it because sometimes you have to add a little bit more water. That takes a while.
Don't
because
want
it's
to break paddles in there, right?
No, it's not that. It's just that you want to make sure it's not.
So is there a setting that you preset on it?
Yes.
You just said loaf menu, what?
Oh.
'Cause
White
this-
loaf and
Go by that menu.
a light crust.
White loaf, light
It
crust.
shows all your basic white,
Basic white.
and it has 3 settings for
So you said light instead of medium or heavy?
Medium or dark.
Or dark.
It's a wonderful bread machine it has.
And then what would be the next setting? You just go basic white, set it, and it automatically comes up with a 3 hours and 23 minutes.
Yes.
And all you have to do is press start, and you can open it up anytime you want to check your stuff in progress.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool is that?
Kitchenarm. I really love it.
Kitchenarm.
Really love it.
Kitchenarm.
It has a cookbook, and it comes with an extra paddle if you mess up this one, and it comes with measuring devices. It comes with a...
What does it say down here? Your extra arm in kitchen.
Your extra arm in the kitchen.
Kitchenarm, okay. Oh, it's speeding up in there.
See, the butter's still there at the top, and it's going to have to be kneaded through.
Uh-huh.
And then it has where it goes beep beep, and then that's when you can add like raisins or chocolate chips or whatever you want to add.
So it'll pause and remind you with
beeps,
loud beeps.
But I'm not going to, so I just let it beep and it goes on.
So about how long
3 hours and 22
before
minutes.
it starts beeping?
About a half an hour into it, I think.
So your first half an hour it'll
no,
stop and beep, and then you can add whatever you're going to add to it.
If you were doing like a raisin loaf, or if you were going to add nuts or like chocolate chips. So this one does yogurt, jam, and I've made dough just for making pizza.
How can you make yogurt with a bread making machine?
I haven't found out yet. I think it just has the perfect temperature to make yogurt.
Non-bread menus. So you can actually cook yogurt in this. It's a yogurt machine as well.
It'd be cake, SD starter, whatever that means. Sourdough starter. You can do sourdough starter. Yogurt, jam.
Cake? What kind of cake?
Don't know. Dough. Or if you just want to put what you've kneaded and you want to just bake it, then you just throw it in there and it'll bake.
These are all topics for coming reviews. Because, sugar-free, salt-free, all kinds of stuff. Low-fat, low-carb, quick bread. Beer, honey, potato,
That's
chocolate, sourdough.
If you're making beer bread, that's just like a really... Just look at
It's on a spin cycle now.
Is that this? Well, kind of, I guess. And just making sure that it'll have enough liquid in there. And it gets to a nice brown.
But it's kind of like cement. You don't want to get it too sloppy.
Just kicking up stuff there.
Yeah, cement's better poured hard, where you don't have a lot of moisture in it.
We're not talking about cement. Now we're going to start getting into the...
Okay, now it's kneading. That's kneady bread there. Okay.
We'll give it another minute and see how it's doing, and see if I need to add any
We've
liquid.
only been doing this for 15 minutes.
Oh boy.
Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, well, I'm going to
That's just one of the recipes, but there's so many in there. And I like to add the gluten because it's more of it looks like it's going to be fine as far as...
Oh, does it have to have a certain texture or jiggle factor?
No, I just want it to be this nice round. Here we go. See, it's turning into that nice round ball of dough. It's going to take a while. And it goes through several kneading cycles, so everything gets mixed in nicely. See, when it hits 1 hour, then that starts baking. It's 3 hours and 24 minutes on the white loaf. See, that's what you want to see. Okay. Hopefully it'll come out. Okay.
So this is gonna stop at about a half an hour and beep.
Yeah, for if you want to add things to it.
So that's when you add raisins or whatever you like to add into your mix to make it special. And then it will cook for 3 hours.
Well, it'll continue kneading periodically
And rising.
Rising and kneading, and it does it all for you. And then at about an hour, it starts baking.
Okay, now we're in the second video of the Kitchenarm processing.
And it has 3 minutes till it starts baking, remaining.
Okay.
And then here's what it looks like, if you can get a picture of that. And then
There's what it looks like. Oh,
it'll rise as
you
it.
can see all the grains in there. It kind of makes it look like it's already been baking, but it hasn't yet.
Then we'll show you with the finished loaf when we're done.
Okay, here we are. Half an hour left. And it is rising in there. And you don't need a flashlight. You can see this. It has been rising quite a bit. It's on the cook cycle now. It's on the baking cycle. 2-pound loaf, light crust. Okay, the bread maker has just counted down to 0 and beeped. It says keeping warm. So, boy, look at that golden brown crust in there. Just look at that. Huh. Smells so good too. Okay, there's our bread. It'll come out in a long end kind of thing. So you got to twist it a little bit and then pull it out.
And come over here.
That's the most important thing when you first get it. Don't try to just yank it out of there. It'll break it.
Then.
Okay, you let it cool for how long? Yeah, it's in there. So you probably want to let it do the cooling thing.
Not really. It's starting to come out now. We'll set it up right, and then I wrap a towel around it just to let it cool.
Like that.
And for about 10 minutes, and then we'll have a slice.
Okay. Okay, now we're getting to where it's, how long is it set?
About half an hour.
Half an hour. You know, anybody that's baked bread before would know. Gotta let it set a half hour, right? Oh, look at this. Smells so good. Look at there. Yum, yum. Put a little butter on that.
But you're going to have a piece of it?
Yeah. Smells so good in here. They say if you bake bread when you're trying to sell a house, you can sell the house quicker.
Now you know why. Smells so good. Only thing is I have to end up making several loaves a week.
That's okay. I mean, you got a machine, right?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Just gotta get plenty of ingredients and keep them handy.
Then I wait till it cools completely, and then I have bread back. So, okay.
All right, that's it, huh?
All done.
All ready to eat. Okay, that's the end of the story for this loaf of bread by the Kitchenarm. The Kitchenarm, your extra arm in the kitchen. And she's buttering it up. We're just gonna have straight bread. It's just like cake.